Debt Doctor here with a very special bonus. If you're looking for free debt collection letters to help you recover your debts in-house, then I've got great news. By the time you finish watching this video, I'll show you exactly where to get not one but two very powerful in-house debt recovery letters absolutely free. Now, if you've signed up for my free debt recovery video tutorials, you'll recall that the second video in this series showed you the best way to recover your debts in-house in step-by-step detail. So just to refresh your memory, steps 4 and 6 involve sending out two very powerful internal debt recovery letters. Now, while these two letters may at first glance appear to be very simple, they are in fact very carefully crafted to accomplish numerous critical functions. So let's take a closer look at these two letters. The first letter sets out to accomplish 5 separate goals simultaneously. What are these 5 goals? Well, the first goal is to verify the amount that's outstanding. This is important because it goes a long way towards reducing the chances of your debtor ever actually disputing that debt. The second goal is to identify any mistakes or oversights on your part, and in so doing empower you to address these head-on early before these things get out of hand. Thirdly, you'll want to identify very early on any difficulties your debtor may be experiencing in settling their debt. As I'll explain shortly, this is perhaps the most critical component of this letter and is too often ignored or messed up. Goal number 4 is to request prompt payment and to do so with tact and respect. And the final goal of the first letter is obviously to preserve a good relationship with your debtor. Now, because this letter is sent out within 2 days of the debt becoming overdue, it needs to be assertive without being rude or overbearing. And the letter I give my clients achieves every one of these goals beautifully. As for the second letter, because more time has gone by with the debt still unpaid, this second letter sets out to achieve a different set of objectives. Now, 3 of these objectives are identical to the first letter, and namely, to once again verify the amount that's outstanding, to respectfully and tactfully request immediate payment, and thirdly, to preserve a good relationship with your debtor. However, the remaining 2 goals are unique to this second letter, and these goals are, firstly, to inform your debtor of the consequences of defaulting payment. Again, you do this in a sensitive yet assertive manner that empowers them to make an informed decision. The final and perhaps most critical function of this second letter is to open up communication channels with a view to overcoming any difficulties in settling the debt. What's important to understand is that whilst this letter still aims to preserve a good working relationship with your debtor, it sends a very clear message that you take this debt seriously and you aren't going to be taken for a fool. Now, the upshot of all this is if they're in financial difficulty, sending these 2 letters out at the time prescribed in my internal debt collection video will dramatically increase your chances of getting your money back. Why? Because the reality is if they're having trouble paying you, chances are they've got a swag of other creditors they aren't paying as well. What's more, if these creditors are like most business owners, they won't have any sort of system to recover their accounts. But while they're sitting on their laurels and dragging their heels, you're making loud and early noises. And in a classic case of the squeaky wheel gets the grease, because you're the first one to put the heat on them, you're the first one they'll pay to get the monkey off their back. But more importantly, because you're the first in line to get paid, the chances they'll actually have the means to settle your debt are infinitely greater than if you were the last in line, when what little funds they may have had have all been spent paying everyone else. The bottom line, sending out these 2 letters at the correct time will dramatically boost the number and the speed at which you recover your debts. As such, as a routine part of our debt recovery service, I provide my clients with the tools and training to recover their own debts in-house quickly and affordably. Now, while I do this as a complimentary service, to get your hands on these tools, you'd still have to engage our debt recovery services first. However, as a special gift to you for watching this video, I'm going to give you these two remarkable debt recovery letters absolutely free. Now, all you have to do to receive these two letters is simply download the free debt analysis request below and fax back the completed form along with a copy of your terms of trade, if you've got any, back to me. When you do, I'll personally assess your level of exposure to debt. I'll highlight your vulnerabilities to bad debtors. I'll show you how to instantly transform these vulnerabilities into bone-crushing strengths. I'll send you copies of both of my in-house debt recovery letters, and I'll also send you as many of my free debt collection stickers as you need. Bottom line, when you ask me to perform a totally free, no obligation comprehensive debt analysis, you'll possess the power to recover more of your debts in-house faster and more affordably than you've ever collected them before, and all without upsetting your customers. Again, the only other way you can get your hands on these letters is to become a client of mine. So if you'd like to take advantage of this very generous offer, or if you're ready to have my team recover your debts now, either way, simply fill out the form below and fax it back to me so that we can get your outstanding accounts flowing back into your business in a matter of days. Oh yeah, I should also mention, if you haven't yet signed up for my free video tutorials, which shows you the proper way to recover your debts, then I would encourage you to do so now, just on the side here. As always, I'll leave it up to you to make the best decision for your business. I'll talk again soon.